What are the builds in Nioh 2? What stats should you level up? What are the most important parts of your build? And what kind of builds are there? How stats work, etc. So when it comes to builds, truth is you can make just about anything work. You can just go like all out. Like all out. Your creativity is effectively boundless. If you want to make a type of build, you can. So that's like my short answer. When it comes to stats to level up, as you can see here, I have 99 in all stats. Now, the reason I'm showing this is because this is part of what I'm saying about you can make whatever build you want. I went this even stat distribution and I was able to beat the game just fine. But if you're playing more normally, what I would advise for the core stats is just pick whatever you think will help boost your build. Truth be told, if you're just starting out the game, getting 20 in all stats, even 30 in all stats is totally reasonable. There's no harm in that. And the reason I say that the stat distribution doesn't matter as much as players might think is because this game, truth be told, is very gear dependent. So if you even take a look at my weapons, you can see the attack is like 5,000 plus. All right, some people have like 6,000, 7,000 or something like that. That's going to determine your damage output more than anything else. I could have no stats. I could have like 5 and everything basically. And with a weapon that does like has 5,000 attack, I'm not going to really have any issue. So I wouldn't really focus obsessively on the core stats. Use the core stats to support you. And when you start getting to the more, I guess, challenging difficulty cycles like Dream of the Wise especially, that's when you start to unlock ultimate stats, which is where your stat distribution starts to matter. So for example, I'll just showcase Ultimate Heart. This specifically is telling you you need to have a heart of 150 or higher for this thing to take effect. And this specific thing greatly incentivizes doing lots of key pulses, doing lots of flux to get extra key back. There's one ultimate stat for like every single stat. So like ultimate strength, you need 150 strength. And it gives you a whole bunch of effects. That's when the stat distribution really matters. If you want, you can of course min-max your stats so that you can like get everything up, get like a few things up to like 200. But that's arguably not that necessary. It might be nice for like a little extra damage, but I've never cared about it. I've never dabbled with the ultimate stats. I haven't needed to. My gear works so well. So when it comes to the most important part of your build, it's going to be your gear. When it comes to what stats you should level up, you take whatever you think works best. If you have really, really good armor, you are set. If you have really strong weapons, you are set. So you don't have to worry about that. When it comes to the kind of builds there are, it is way too difficult for me to explain the various types. I'm using a key consumption based build. There's a whole build of basically about like not getting hit and then doing a shit ton of damage after the fact. There's a build that's just like all arounder, like overall power. There's a grace devoted to hold, block, and profit, basically. Let's see. There's a build designed around purity. There's builds designed around every element. I think excluding poison paralysis, but even then, I don't actually know. There's too many builds. If you want like an effectively infinite magic build, they have that in the game. Let's see if you want a yokai shift build, they have that. If you just want to spam like quick draw abilities, they have that. If you want to switch between your weapons, they have that too. If you like using a bunch of different skills or like using all the weapons or something or having your weapons super powered, they have that too. So here's that infinite like magic grace thing. A lot of text, but basically you use magic item and then you attack a bunch and then you get your initial magic item back. So if that for magic, that for ninjutsu. If you like to be at full life, they have a full life based build. There's a critical based build. So if you're like operating at low damage, there's that. there's too much for me to describe, and these are just some of the things that I can talk about, because there are already lots of set bonuses in the game. So eventually there's like, you can get this stuff towards Dream of the Nioh, where you can boost the initial gear that you get in the game. I'm not explaining it the best, but you can, a lot of the base armor sets, builds, all get an upgrade. So it's like the 5-piece bonus for this set, for example, was, hey, you get some health recovery over time with the purification, but guess what? Now you also get, okay, you do more damage against poison enemies. For that reason, it is too difficult for me to describe what types of builds are there, except to just say, if you can think it, chances are the game will provide for you. I hope that answers your question.